All right, guys. Last time was intense. You spotted 3 Zephyrian raiders in the dead of night and decided to charge straight through them like absolute maniacs. Bondover opened with a firebolt that punched into Ship 3's bow, magical flames spreading everywhere. One of their sailors got crushed by burning debris and threw himself overboard screaming. Cook watched it happen and just froze. Fire on ships clearly drags up some dark memories for him. Then it got wild. Saxy unleashed 100 micro-missiles that shredded Ship 3's rigging in one devastating blast. You rammed straight through their hull at full speed. Raarh jumped aboard solo, carved through their crew, and decapitated their captain. Then he stuffed the head into a cannon, forced a raider to light it, and flipped the cannon around at the last second. The guy just ceased to exist. Instant surrender. Meanwhile, Thalmoon's fireball killed 6 raiders on Ship 2, and Tronald's wall of force cut an entire ship in half. Just split it down the middle. Ship 1 tried to run. Saxy chased them down and systematically disabled them with hellfire until they abandoned ship. Then Tronald crystallized seawater into shackles using vitamancy, which made everyone realize he could theoretically do that to people's blood. Deeply unsettling.
Out of character, I really do want to try that out at some point now.
Lol.
All right, we're picking up right where we left off. It's about 4 a.m., ships continuing northeast through the darkness. Raarh, you're on deck with Mira, who's still cleaning blood from the boards. Moonlight's getting weaker as dawn approaches. Most of the crew's gone below to catch what sleep they can.
Right, so I'm just standing here, watching her scrub.
You're on watch, technically. Though after that battle, you're all running on fumes. Mira keeps scrubbing the same spot, even though the blood's long gone.
You can still see it, you know? Even when it's clean, I can still see where it was.
Yeah.
First time seeing this much death. All at once, like Master Elric usually keeps me away from the worst of it.
I pretend there is. But there isn't, you know. Not when you think about it.
Lord Raarh, what are you talking about? You pretend about what?
Huh. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that it's glorious for me. Just is. Can't describe it. But for others, I get it that it's not.
Glorious?
The fighting, it sings, sort of, in my blood. But then I see you scrubbing, and I remember that for most people it's just...
Horrible?
Yeah, that.
There's a pause. Just the sound of waves and the brush on wood.
You're not what I expected.
What? You mean a big, dumb brute who likes killing?
I didn't say that.
You were thinking it.
I was thinking, you're more complicated than you pretend to be.
Fuck off.
See, you do that when someone says something true.
Do not.
You absolutely do. Master Elric does the same thing. Says something outrageous when he's uncomfortable with being understood.
Your master's a fucking lunatic.
He is, but he's a brilliant lunatic, and you're something else.
A different type of lunatic.
Maybe. You're fascinating, Lord Raarh.
I'm not a lord. Anyway, speaking of your master, where the fuck is he? Wasn't he supposed to have this watch?
Mira stops scrubbing for a moment. Her face flushes. You can see it even in the weak moonlight. She looks down at the deck, suddenly very interested in a completely clean patch of wood.
You all right? You look, weird.
Give me an insight check.
That's an 11.
Yeah, she's definitely flushed. Probably cold out here. The wind's picking up a bit, or maybe embarrassed about Elric ditching his watch duty again.
You cold? Your face is all...
I'm fine. Master Elric he's investigating something below deck. Maybe something to do with the mushrooms he collected during the battle. Or recollected, because I suppose he had them before he spilt them to begin.
I thought I talked a lot of shit. What are you even trying to say, woman?
I'm saying he's below deck with mushrooms that shouldn't exist and won't let anyone disturb him.
So he's getting high?
He's conducting research.
While high?
Possibly while slightly altered, yes.
Your master's abandoned his watch to trip balls on magic mushrooms.
That's a very reductive way of putting it.
But accurate?
She sighs, goes back to scrubbing even though there's literally nothing left to clean.
He gets like this. Obsessive. Last week he spent 3 days talking to a piece of driftwood because he was convinced it remembered being a tree.
And did it?
According to him? Yes. Had a whole life story. Was apparently in love with a birch 2 groves over.
Fuck me, that's actually kind of sad.
The driftwood's love story?
No, that you had to listen to 3 days of tree romance.
She laughs again, properly this time, but then winces as the movement pulls at something.
You hurt?
Just sore. When that cannon exploded, I cut some splinters. Nothing serious.
Now, let me see.
It's fine, really.
I've pulled enough shit out of my own skin to know infected from clean. Show me!
She hesitates, then reluctantly rolls up her sleeve. There's a shallow graze along her forearm. The edges are red, slightly swollen. Make a medicine check, Raarh.
That's a 5.
Oh no. Okay, so this is bad. Like, really bad. The infection has spread way further than you initially thought. The red streaks are tracking up toward her shoulder. That's blood poisoning. The wound itself is hot to the touch, and you're pretty sure you can see bone through the necrotic tissue.
Damn, it was a good arm too. Bit skinny-like, but good.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to take it off. Hold still. Joe, I raise my greatsword.
You heft your massive great sword up, the blade catching the moonlight. Mira's eyes go wide, and she yanks her arm back so fast she actually stumbles backwards, nearly tripping over the bucket.
What? No, absolutely not. You're not. That's not even. It's a scratch.
Can't be too careful with infection.
It's barely bleeding.
That's what they all say before the arm falls off.
She's backed up against the railing now, clutching her arm protectively. Her eyes are darting between you and the sword like she's calculating if she can make it to the cabin door.
Lord Raarh, I am asking you, please don't cut my arm off.
What do my medicinal instincts tell me in this moment, Joe?
You feel like you may have exaggerated.
Ha, I was joking.
Joking?
Little bit. Come here, let me... Joe, I put the sword down and pull her back over, gently like. I rub the wound with some salt that's dried on my clothes. My mum always said seawater was better than healing potions. Something about, I don't know, the salt stops things growing, kills the bad stuff.
You scrape some of the crusty, dried salt from your shirt and press it into the wound. Mira's face scrunches up, her jaw clenches, and you can see her hand gripping the railing white-knuckled, but she doesn't pull away, doesn't complain. She's breathing through her nose, controlled, watching your face while you work.
Your mum sounds like she knows a lot about healing.
She did, son. Could stitch a man's guts back in while he was still screaming. Never lost her temper, never panicked. Gods, I miss her.
Yeah, she was something.
Was?
She's not with me anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's not dead. At least I don't think so.
Well, that's good.
Think she's a slave or something.
Oh,
I don't know, to be honest. Lost track of her when I was young.
that's... I don't know what to say.
Nothing to say. It is what it is. I'm gonna find her, though, one day, when all this other shit's done.
Your mother was strong, son. Wherever she is, she's surviving. She always did.
My dad says she's probably fine, that she's strong.
You mean said, right? As in, he used to say that.
No! Said as in he just told me now.
Usually at this point, people do one of two things. People who don't know about Drogar get confused. They ask questions, look at you weird, take a step back. People who do know make some joke about the crazy half-orc who talks to ghosts. But Mira just reaches out and rests her hand on top of yours. No questions, no jokes, just this quiet understanding.
Does that help? Hearing him say that?
I don't know. Sometimes, other times it just reminds me I don't actually have a fucking clue.
There's a long pause, just waves and wind.
My parents sold me
What?
when I was 6. Sold me to a travelling merchant for 3 gold pieces and a breeding goat. I was in the way, I think. Too many mouths to feed.
Fuck.
The merchant sold me to a brothel. Said I'd grow into something profitable. I was there for 2 years before Master Elric bought my contract. He was looking for someone with uncorrupted essence for his experiments. Turned out I had a gift for healing magic.
Your master bought you from a brothel when you were 8.
He saved me from a brothel when I was 8. There's a difference. He's strange, but he's not like that.
Still fucked up.
The world is fucked up. Yet we still have to live in it.
Yeah, we do.
Another pause. You can hear shouting from below deck. Sounds like the prisoners are arguing about something.
We're quite the pair, aren't we? The half-orc whose mother was taken, and the girl whose parents sold her.
I guess. I thought a pair meant similar, though. We're definitely not that. I'm big and green. You're small and fucking ginger.
Ginger?
Yeah? Like a... What are those things? The root things that taste like spicy dirt.
Are you comparing me to a vegetable?
No, not at all. I'm comparing you to a spice. That's better, right?
It's really not.
Well, you are. Your hair's all orange. And you smell like those herbs you're always carrying around.
You're saying I smell like medicine?
Same thing, medicine, herbs, spicy dirt. It's all plants.
You smell like blood and seawater.
See? We're completely different. I'm blood and water. You're plants. I'm this big. I hold my hands apart. You're like this big. I hold them closer together.
Are you measuring me with your hands?
I'm making a point.
Your point is that I'm small?
And fucking ginger.
I'm going to poison your breakfast.
See, you can't even threaten people, right? That's adorable.
Adorable.
Yeah, like an angry cat. All puffed up and hissy, but still tiny.
She actually swats at your arm. It's like being hit by a leaf.
I am not a cat.
Yeah, a small ginger cat. You even got the little angry face down, the nose scrunch thing.
I don't scrunch my nose.
You're doing it right now.
She is definitely doing that nose scrunchy thing. Like an angry rabbit. Then she stops. Her face goes still. And she's just looking at you. And you realize she's closer than she was a second ago. Or wait, is it you that got closer? You're not sure who moved. The gap between you is like a foot now, less. Her hand's still on yours from before, and you can feel her pulse through her wrist, and it's going really fast, and...
Captain, we have a problem!
You're interrupted by shouting from below deck. It's Garrett alongside angry voices, then a scream.
Terrible timing, that.
Diego emerges from his cabin almost instantly, fully dressed despite the hour.
What is it? The prisoners, sir. Morning check turned up something. Dead? Worse. Sick. Real sick.
Diego's already moving toward the ladder.
Cool, don't care.
Would I be awake, Joe?
I don't know, would you be?
I wouldn't be, no chance. I'm out cold.
Same. Sleeping like a baby. I feel like I would be. The way I decimated those ships not more than a couple hours ago. It's weighing on me. The screaming, the fire. I don't think I could sleep.
Fair enough. So you're awake. Where are you?
In the cabin I was assigned. Just sitting. Maybe cleaning Pendleton. Doing something with my hands.
All right, so you hear the shouting. Garrett's voice carrying through the ship.
I head out then, Joe, as soon as I hear it. I don't wake these two, they need their sleep.
Appreciate it, champion.
Yeah, thanks. I'm fucking exhausted.
You head out, make your way through the narrow corridor toward the ladder. It's still dark, maybe 4:30 in the morning now. You can hear boots on wood above you, people moving quickly. By the time you get to the hold, Diego and Garrett are already down there. Raarh's coming down the ladder behind you, and Mira's being called for. The hold is cramped, smells like unwashed bodies and fear. You're crystalline shackles, Tronald. Even though you're not here, they're still doing their job. Groups of prisoners chained together, most of them trying to sleep despite everything. But in the corner, one man is very much not sleeping.
Holy. Is that prisoner all right?
Perception check for me, Saxy.
That's a 19, Joe.
Okay. So, with a 19, you begin to make your way closer. To the bars, at least. You don't make your way inside. With a 19, you don't need to. But you can tell that he's definitely not all right. There's a makeshift bandage around his torso. Looks like it's from ripped vest of something. Off-white brown sweat patches soaked through with blood and green pus. The skin visible around the bandage is streaked with black veins.
Holy fuck, that's infected. Badly infected.
Analyzing visual data. Symptoms consistent with advanced bacterial infection. Sepsis likely imminent without intervention.
Please, I need help. It burns.
Not our problem.
He'll die if we do nothing.
So
if he dies down here, that infection could spread. You want a plague in the hold?
Garrett's jaw works side to side. You can see him doing the math. Dead prisoner versus sick crew. His hand clenches and unclenches at his side.
Fuck. Sailor Maddox, get the medic!
Elric's indisposed, sir.
What do you mean, indisposed?
He's, the mushrooms. He won't respond to anyone.
This is some god-awful joke.
What about the girl? His apprentice might...
Get her, now.
Maddox scrambles up the ladder. You can hear his boots pounding across the deck above. Meanwhile, the sick prisoner's breathing is getting worse. Shallow, rapid gasps. All right, Raarh, you're still on deck with Mira. You hear boots running toward you. Sailor Maddox, looking panicked.
Miss Mira, we need you below. Medical emergency.
What kind of emergency?
Prisoner's dying. Infection. Captain's orders to get you now.
Is Master Elric?
Won't come out of his room. You're all we've got.
Mira goes pale. like really pale. Her hands start to shake slightly.
I'm just an apprentice. If it's serious, I should really get Master Elric to...
No time, miss. Man might be dead in an hour.
Oh, gods, what if I make it worse?
You won't.
You don't know that. I've never treated necrotic tissue on my own. Master Elric always supervises, and if I cut wrong or use the wrong treatment...
Mira!
Or if the infection's already in his blood, there's nothing I can do anyway, and I'll just be watching someone die and...
Mira!
She stops, looks at you. She's genuinely scared.
Every fight I've ever been in, you think I know what I'm doing when some bastard's swinging a sword at my face?
That's not the same.
It's exactly the same. You see the problem, you fix the problem. You don't sit around worrying about all the shit that could go wrong.
But what if...
What if nothing? You're gonna go down there, you're gonna look at this dying bastard, and you're gonna do whatever healers do. Cut the bad shit out, pour some plant juice on it, say a prayer to your tree god or whatever.
Melora isn't a tree god.
Don't care. Point is, you can do this. You're smart. You know medicine. And if you fuck it up...
That's not helping.
If you fuck it up, he was gonna die anyway. No one's gonna care. So you lose nothing by trying.
She stares at you for a long moment. Her hands are still shaking.
You really believe I can do this?
I mean, I believe you can, yeah, but I believed in the Tooth Fairy until... Anyway, that's irrelevant. Stop being scared and go be fucking useful.
Inspiring speech that. Real motivational.
Shut the fuck up.
Your father again?
Yeah.
Mira takes a deep breath, then another, her hands steady, not completely, but better.
Okay, I can do this.
Damn right you can.
She takes one more deep breath.
You're coming with me.
What? Why?
Because if I'm going to do this, I need someone down there who believes I can. And you're apparently stupid enough to believe it.
But what about my watch?
Just come on.
She grabs your hand and practically drags you toward the ladder.
Can I make a strength check to resist?
Do you actually want to?
My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes.
So what is it, yes or no?
No, it's probably the best bet.
Fair enough. Sailor Maddox looks between you both, confused but relieved.
Right then. Follow me, miss.
Raarh, you follow Mira down the ladder into the hold. It hits you in waves. First the humidity, thick and cloying, then the smell. Unwashed bodies, sure, but underneath that is something worse. That sweet rot stench of infection, mixed with fear sweat and the copper tang of old blood. The hold is cramped. You have to duck your head to avoid the low beams. Prisoners are packed in tight, most trying to sleep, but they all look up as you descend. Some with hope, some with hatred. The crystalline shackles Tronald made are still glowing faintly, casting weird shadows across everyone's faces. You can see Diego and Garrett near the back corner, and Saxi's there too, his armor catching what little light there is. Then you see the sick prisoner, and yeah, Saxi wasn't exaggerating. The man looks like death that just hasn't stopped moving yet.
Oh gods, the smell.
Can I see which one the infected one is, Joe?
Medicine check.
Natural 6 minus 1, so 5 total.
Okay. So with a 5, you're scanning the hold trying to spot the sick prisoner, and your eyes land on this guy in the second row who's got a nasty bruise on his face and looks pretty miserable. You're thinking, yeah, that's definitely infection. Look how fucked up his face is.
Hey Mira, it's that one there. The one with the face all swollen up and purple.
She follows where you're pointing, squints at the guy.
That's just a black eye, Raarh.
A really infected black eye.
That's not how black eyes work.
Are you serious right now?
What? He looks fucked up.
Everyone down here looks fucked up. That's what happens when you lose a battle.
Actually, I think it's that one there, Raarh.
Through the gaps in the door, you can see a figure hunched over, shaking violently. Mira approaches the locked door, peers through the gaps. You can hear labored breathing from inside, wet and rattling.
Can someone open this for me?
Ma'am, with all due respect, you're not going in there. We'll bring him out to you. But we should probably get a few more hands just in case.
Fuck that. Open it up. 1 versus 10 or 1 versus 100. I'd fuck them all up if they tried anything. I'll bring him out.
Garrett takes all of you in for a long moment, Raarh. Then his eyes move from you to the door, then back to you. He's doing calculations. It doesn't take long before he nods.
You're right. If anyone's going in there alone, it's the 8-foot half orc who can bench press a horse.
He looks to a sailor beside him.
Keys?
The sailor fumbles at his belt, pulls off a ring of keys, and hands them to Garrett. Garrett unlocks the door himself. It swings open with a creak.
I'm going in.
Be careful.
You duck through the doorway into what's basically a storage space. Crates stacked against the walls, coils of rope, spare canvas, barrels. They've repurposed it as a makeshift brig. It spans maybe half the lower deck, and they've crammed 60-plus prisoners in here. It's cramped as hell. Prisoners packed shoulder to shoulder in some places. And at the very back corner, isolated from the others by a good 10 feet of empty space, is your sick man. Nobody wants to be near him. He's lying in his own filth. The smell is concentrated there, radiating from that one spot like a cloud of rot. His eyes are glazed, rolling back. He doesn't even seem to register your presence. Raarh, I want you to give me an intimidation check here.
What for?
You're walking into a room with 60-plus men who you just helped capture. There's a chance some of them would love the opportunity to do you harm. Revenge, desperation, whatever. Let's see if your presence alone keeps them in line.
Fair enough. Right, I rolled a 4. So, add my strength bonus because it's intimidation. That's a 9 total, Joe.
Okay, Raarh. So here's the thing. With a 9, you're still an imposing figure. 7.5 feet of muscle, tusks and scars. Most of the prisoners press themselves back as you enter, want nothing to do with you. Maybe they're the ones who saw you put their captain's head in a cannon. But you're focused on the sick man at the back. You're not paying attention to the room, not making eye contact, not projecting that I will end you energy. You're just walking through. Then one prisoner, younger guy, maybe mid-20s, with this wild look in his eyes, he sees an opening. You pass within arm's reach and he lunges, not with a weapon, just throws himself at you, arms outstretched, and catches you right in the face with a headbutt. Full desperation move. That's an 18 to hit.
Hits!
Crack. His forehead connects with your nose. That's 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Your eyes water instantly. There's blood running down your face. Behind you, outside the room, you hear,
Raarh, are you okay?
Well, shit. Get the cleaning crew on standby, Garrett.
Cleaning crew? What for?
I smile.
Oh no.
Fuck you! Fuck all of you! I'd rather die than...
I rage. Before I pull out Nepthekar, I aim to slice him in half, although I haven't decided whether I'm going to try vertically or horizontally. Let's keep it classy. Horizontally.
roll to hit.
With advantage from reckless attack. I'll also be doing Great Weapon Master. First roll is... that's a 16. Second roll is... natural 12. So that's 16 plus 9 for 25, minus 5 for Great Weapon Master. That's 20.
You swing Nepthekar in a perfect horizontal arc. The great sword is singing, and I mean literally singing, this high-pitched keening sound that the sentient blade makes when it tastes violence. The prisoner tries to pull back, but it's too late. The blade catches him just above the hip. Roll damage.
Base damage is 10 plus my strength, that's 15. Add rage, 18. Add Great Weapon Master, that's 28.
The prisoner doesn't even scream. The sword cuts through him so cleanly, so perfectly, that there's this moment, maybe half a second, where nothing happens. He's just standing there, two halves of a person still lined up. Then, the top half slides sideways and hits the deck with a wet thump. The bottom half stands there for another heartbeat before the knees buckle and it collapses. Blood is everywhere, pooling, spreading, soaking into the wood. Some of it hits you. Some hits the prisoners nearest him, who are screaming now, trying to scramble away, but the chains won't let them go far enough.
That was unfortunate. For him! Nice work, son.
The room has gone from dead silent to absolute chaos. Prisoners are shouting, crying, some begging, some cursing, but none of them are moving toward you. They're all trying to get as far away as physically possible.
Holy shit.
I did warn you about the cleaning crew.
I think I'm going to be...
At that point, she's sick. Just turns to the side and vomits. Proper heaving, hands on her knees, the whole thing. Some of the sailors nearby take a step back.
Get her some water.
I'm fine.
She's not fine. She's wiping her mouth with the back of her hand, trying to stand up straight, but she's shaking.
Honestly, Joe, I don't care. So back to this guy. Can I just, pick him up already and carry his ass out?
Roll athletics.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you just scoop him up like he weighs nothing. Brine cuffs rattle but hold. The man barely reacts, just groans weakly. You step over the two halves of the dead prisoner on your way out. Blood squelches under your boots.
Got him coming out.
You carry him out into the main hold. Mira's there, bent over, one hand against the wall for support. A sailor just handed her a water skin and she's trying to rinse her mouth out. She looks up as you emerge, sees you covered in blood carrying the sick prisoner, and her face does this complicated thing: horror, disgust, fear, but also she's still a healer. She sees the dying man and her training kicks in despite everything else.
Put him down here.
I drop him on the floor.
Thud.
Fucking hell! I meant softly.
The man hits the canvas hard and lets out this pained groan. Even half-conscious, that hurt. Blood from Raarh spatters onto the canvas as he lets go.
I'm always gentle.
That's the last adjective I'd use to describe you.
Huh. Well, he's down, isn't he? As far as I'm concerned, that's a job well done.
You just dropped him.
From like 4 feet, he's fine.
He is very clearly not fine.
Fucking pussy!
Mira's mouth opens like she's about to respond to that, but then she just stops, closes her mouth, takes a breath, then deliberately turns away from Raarh and kneels beside the sick prisoner, focusing entirely on him. Her hands are still shaking slightly, but she's forcing herself to be professional. Garrett walks over to Diego, keeping his voice low, but not quite low enough.
What should we do with the body?
Leave it for now. Let the other prisoners see what happens when they attack my crew. We'll deal with it after Mira's finished here.
Sending a message?
Exactly that.
Meanwhile, Mira's started examining the wound properly. She's carefully cutting away what passes for a bandage, really just strips of someone's torn shirt, gray with sweat and dirt, soaked through with fluids you don't want to think about. As she peels it back, the smell intensifies.
This is beyond basic infection. The tissue is dying. Necrotic. He needs immediate treatment or he'll go septic, if he's not already.
So treat him.
With what supplies? We have limited medicine. Using it on prisoners means not having it for our crew if something happens.
But if we don't treat him and the infection spreads?
Correct. In these conditions, poor ventilation, close quarters, inadequate hygiene, the probability of disease transmission is extremely high.
Joe, I walk over to Saxy and just whisper to him, shall we just, throw him overboard?
Who knows, man? That's a decision for Diego, not us.
Right. It's just that this guy really smells. I'm talking being able to compete with Gilrow level of stinky.
Let's just see how it goes.
Mira, what do you need?
To treat this properly, I'd need to debride the necrotic tissue, cut away the dead flesh, then antiseptic, proper medicine, clean bandages, time to monitor for fever. It would use maybe a third of our emergency medical stock.
For an enemy combatant.
For a human being.
I'm not willing to waste medicine on prisoners, but I'm happy to provide clean bandages, clean water, basic supplies.
Captain, it's past that point. Without actual medicine, he dies in the next couple of hours. The infection's too advanced for just bandages and prayers.
Then why don't you use magic?
Mira goes very still. Her hands, which had been carefully examining the wound, just stop.
I'm not.
You're a druid, aren't you? Healing magic is what you do.
I'm an apprentice. I've only cast healing spells a handful of times, always with Master Elric supervising. If I do it wrong...
If you do nothing, he definitely dies. If you do something, he might live.
Or I might make it worse. I could accelerate the infection, or waste the spell entirely, or...
I whisper again to Saxy, hey, psst, Saxy, can't you just, you do the healing?
Oh, yeah. Huh. I could do, couldn't I? Should I do it?
Nah, it's a character-defining moment for her. She's pretty shit.
Not because of her ability, but her confidence is fucking arse, man. She needs to get a grip.
Who needs to get a grip?
No, not you. I was talking about someone else. Lunaria. Saxy's girl. She's being an attention seeker. Total nightmare, that one. Not you, though. Definitely not you. Fucking hell, I'm bad at this.
Ooh, what the fuck, man?
I don't know.
Historical records indicate Saxy does indeed.
Shut the fuck up, Pendleton.
Sorry, sir.
Mira shoots one more confused look at both of you, then turns back to the prisoner. She takes a breath. Deeper this time, more steady. Her hands are still shaking, but there's something different in her posture now. More resolved.
All right. I'm doing this. Everyone, be quiet.
She places both hands over the worst of the infection, right where the black necrotic tissue meets the angry red of inflamed flesh. She closes her eyes.
Melora, guide my hands. Lady of the Wild, mother of growth and renewal. Let this life continue. Let the rot be cleansed. Let the flesh remember health.
Her hands start to glow, soft green at first, like early spring leaves catching sunlight. Then brighter, warmer. The light spreads from her palms into the wound. She's casting Cure Wounds. Let me roll the healing. That's a 4 on the die, plus her wisdom modifier of 3. 7 points of healing total. The glow intensifies for a moment, then fades. Mira keeps her hands there, eyes still closed, breathing carefully. Nothing happens immediately. The prisoner's still unconscious, still barely breathing. The wound still looks horrific.
Did it work?
Doesn't look like it did anything.
No, magical healing doesn't work instantly for infections. It's not like closing a sword wound. The magic has to fight the disease, help the body remember how to heal itself. It takes time.
How much time?
I don't know. Maybe 30 minutes, an hour. Master Elric never really explained that part.
So we wait?
So we wait.
And you do wait. It's tense, uncomfortable. The prisoner's breathing stays shallow. Mira keeps checking his pulse, looking at the wound, muttering to herself. Garrett paces. Diego watches with his arms crossed. Saxi and Raarh are just standing there, awkwardly. After about 10 minutes, Mira gasps.
Look at the edges.
She's pointing at where the black tissue meets healthy flesh. It's changing. The angry purple-red inflammation is fading slightly, turning more toward yellow. The black edges are starting to crust over instead of weeping.
It's working. The necrosis is stabilizing.
Oh, fantastic. I can hardly contain my excitement.
Another 20 minutes pass. The changes become more obvious. The black tissue is definitely crusting over, forming a hard scab instead of that wet, rotting texture. The red inflammation continues fading to yellow. The prisoner's breathing deepens slightly, still unconscious, but not quite so death-adjacent.
How long until he wakes up?
Could be hours.
Good work, Mira.
Thank you, Captain.
Her hands are shaking again, but for a different reason now. Relief, maybe. Or just the crash after all that adrenaline.
Told you could do it.
She smiles at that. It's small, tired, but genuine.
You're still terrible at encouragement.
But I'm right.
Occasionally.
Raarh, would you mind carrying this man up to my quarters?
Your quarters? Why?
Because I'm asking. You're strong, and I'd rather not have 3 sailors struggle with him up those narrow ladders.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll do it.
Wait, why your quarters, though? Why not keep him down here or in the medical bay?
Diego looks at the unconscious prisoner for a long moment before answering.
Because when he wakes up, he'll be the first person I interrogate.
Ah, smart.
I don't understand. Why would moving him make a difference?
Because we just saved his life. We breathed life back into him when he was hours from death. We showed him mercy when we could have thrown him overboard or left him to rot. And when he wakes up in my cabin, warm, clean, alive, he'll remember that.
And then you'll remind him that mercy can be taken away.
Exactly. He'll be grateful, disoriented, vulnerable. That's when people talk. That's when you get real information, not the defiant nonsense you get from someone who thinks they're strong enough to resist.
That's manipulative.
And if he doesn't feel like he owes us?
Then we remind him how easily we can take what we gave. But I don't think it'll come to that. Most people, when they wake up from near death and see kindness first, they cooperate.
There's something cold in the way he says it. Not cruel exactly, just calculated.
Joe, I picked the guy up carefully this time.
Roll athletics just to make sure you don't jostle him too badly.
That's a 16.
You scoop him up smoothly, supporting his head, keeping the wounded area from touching anything. He doesn't even groan, still deeply unconscious. Mira watches you handle him with surprising gentleness.
See, you can be careful when you want to be.
I already told you, woman. I'm always careful.
All right, so Raarh, you carry the prisoner up the ladder, carefully navigating the narrow steps. It's about 6 a.m. now, sky's starting to lighten, dawn's breaking. You can hear the ship creaking, morning watch changing over. You head to Diego's cabin, and he follows you in.
Set him in that chair there.
Yeah, I do that, Joe.
You lower him into the chair. Diego immediately starts securing him. Rope around the chest, arms behind the back, ankles tied to the chair legs. Professional, efficient. The prisoner's still out cold.
I'm gonna head up to the crow's nest for a bit. Clear my head.
Fair enough. Get some rest if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'm fucking knackered.
Thank you, Raarh, for the help. Both with the prisoner and the other matter.
The bisection?
That's one way to put it. Close the door on your way out, would you?
You head out, closing the door behind you. You can hear Diego moving around in there, probably setting up for the interrogation. You make your way to your shared cabin and push the door open. Tronald and Thalmoon are still asleep. Tronald's sprawled out on his bunk, snoring slightly. Thalmoon's curled up in an almost unnaturally still position.
Joe, I walk over and pat Tronald on the cheek. Morning, beautiful.
Fuck off.
Wake up, sleeping beauty!
For fuck's sake, Raarh, why did you wake me? I was having good dreams.
Diego's about to start interrogating some dude. Me and Mira healed him because he was infected, whole thing. Thought you might want in on it.
Why exactly does this need me?
Oh, it doesn't. I just thought it's probably a decent idea to have one of our own in on the interrogations, you know, so we're not playing Chinese whispers with bits of info later.
Yeah, that's actually smart. Okay, Joe, I get up, get dressed properly, and head to Diego's.
You pull on your robes, make yourself presentable. Heading out onto the deck, you can see the crew starting to move around. Sailors looking tired, sleepy-like, going about their morning tasks. Cook's already at his station, starting breakfast. You look up and see Saxy's armored arm resting on the perch in the crow's nest, his body just sitting there, seemingly staring out at the horizon. That's what you're doing, right, Saxy?
Yeah, just chilling, man, contemplating life.
All right. So, Tronald, you make your way across the deck toward the captain's quarters. You can see Garrett organizing the morning watch, checking on prisoners. Mira's sitting on a barrel near the medical supplies, looking exhausted but awake. She nods at you as you pass. You reach Diego's door and knock.
Come in.
I go in, Joe.
You push the door open and step inside. Diego's cabin is small but well organized. Maps on one wall, a desk with charts, a hammock strung up in the corner. And in the center of the room, tied to a chair, is the prisoner. He's still unconscious, head lolling forward. The infection site is bandaged now, clean white cloth instead of that filthy shirt. His breathing steady, color's better than it was.
Lord Tanavir, what brings you up here?
Just thought you could do with some help, I guess. Honestly, I have no idea, Diego. Raarh woke me up and said someone's getting interrogated.
Diego actually laughs at that. A genuine warm sound that seems out of place given the bound prisoner in the middle of his cabin.
That sounds like Raarh. Someone's getting interrogated. Better wake up the wizard. No context, no explanation.
Pretty much, yeah. Though he did mention something about not playing Chinese whispers with information later.
So there was some logic to it. Good. Help is always appreciated, especially from you. Though I warn you, this may take some time. Interrogations rarely go quickly.
I've got time and resources if needed.
Diego catches your meaning, glances at you with interest.
Resources? Magic, you mean?
If it comes to that. Better to start with conversation, though. People talk more freely when they don't realize they're being compelled.
Spoken like someone who's done this before.
I've been present for a few.
And right on cue, the prisoner groans. His head lifts slightly, eyes fluttering. You can see him trying to focus, trying to figure out where he is. His breathing quickens, panic starting to set in.
Easy now, you're safe.
Where?
You're aboard La Venganza Dulce, my ship. Do you remember what happened?
The prisoner's eyes are darting around now, taking in the cabin, the ropes binding him, you and Diego standing there. His breathing's getting faster, panic starting to set in.
The battle. We were attacked.
Nope, wrong. You attacked us.
No, we did not. You destroyed one of our ships. First.
Potato. Continue.
The infection. I was dying. The fever.
From our attack?
No. Previous one. Days before. Am I dead?
You are nearly. One of my crew healed you, saved your life when we could have let you rot.
The prisoner looks down at himself, sees the clean bandage, realizes he's not in the filthy hold anymore. Confusion crosses his face.
Why?
Because I'm not a monster, unlike some.
Diego picks up a cup from his desk, holds it to the prisoner's lips.
Water?
The man drinks desperately, water spilling down his chin.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you doing anything at this point, Tronald?
Not yet. I'm just studying him, Joe. Watching Diego work.
Okay, neat.
Now, I need you to understand something. I saved you for a reason. I need information. You give me what I need. You stay comfortable, warm, fed, maybe even walk away from this alive when we reach port. You refuse.
Diego lets that hang in the air.
What do you want to know?
Let's start simple. Your name?
Kadir Danes.
Good. And your ship? The one you were serving on when we captured you?
The Desert Serpent. Third-rate vessel. Part of Acheros Vrendaros's Western Fleet.
Acheros Vrendaros? That's the Keshendaros from the Western Rim?
Kadir looks uncomfortable, shifts in his chair as much as the ropes allow.
It is... the situation is complicated, Captain.
Uncomplicated for me.
Jojo, before we continue this, have I heard that name before?
In non-meta terms, no, I don't think you will have done.
It's the fucking guy who Cyrus told me.
Raarh, buddy, let's try stick to knowing what we know, all right? Makes it more intriguing for everyone.
It's so annoying though, man, because what if Tronald doesn't mention that to me?
That's just the way it goes then.
I mean, I'd most definitely talk to Raarh about it anyway. Remember the whole Chinese whispers thing?
True, well, you can discuss it after then, can't you?
Fair.
Right, so Diego told Kadir to uncomplicate it for him.
6 months ago, perhaps 7, the capital, the authority of the Zerinkesh, it began to weaken. The Golden Hand, you understand? The Zerinkesh's right hand, his voice, his will, it fell silent. No guidance came. No orders with the royal seal.
The Golden Hand died?
This we do not know. Some say he lives but is compromised. Others whisper he has passed and the court conceals this truth. What we do know is that each Keshandaros, each provincial governor, they see opportunity where once was certainty.
They're making plays for power.
Just so. Each believes they have the strongest claim to become the new Golden Hand. Or perhaps even to succeed the Zerinkesh himself, should he fall. Some seek military might. Others forge alliances through marriage, through blood ties. Arkeshendaros, Acheros Vrendaros, he chose a different path.
And that path would be, what, wealth?
Wealth, yes. Gold speaks loudly in the courts of power. A rich province, a full treasury. This demonstrates ability to lead, to provide. But the Western riches, we are not rich in mines or trade. So Acheros Vrendaros, he looked to the sea.
He turned you into pirates.
He calls it securing resources for provincial stability. We call it survival. The choice was simple. Take what we need from merchant ships, or watch our families starve while the capital plays politics. Which was, of course, an over-exaggeration, but we didn't.
So Zarenthal Kaladin of Elterath, what's his play in all this?
Tronald, as you say that, Diego's head snaps toward you. The look he gives you is sharp, angry, like you just stepped on a landmine. His jaw clenches and you can see him doing mental calculations, none of them good.
Zarenthal Kaladin is, as you would say, a blend of warlord and diplomat. He has no need to prove his worth. If anyone would be suited to become the Golden Hand, it would be a Zarenthal, not a Keshandaros. But men reach for that which is beyond their grasp. This is the way of man. Acheros Vrendaros dreams of power he was not born to wield.
So your Keshendaros is delusional.
I would not say this where others could hear, Captain, but yes. He believes gold can buy him a seat at a table where only blood and steel matter. The Zerantals command armies. The Keshendaros, he commands estates and servants and ships with only 4 cannons. It is not the same.
But he's trying anyway.
Desperation makes fools of wise men. And Acheros Vrendaros was once upon a time wise, but now is desperate to matter in a game far beyond him.
Diego's still staring at you, Tronald. That look hasn't softened. If anything, it's gotten colder.
Right, screw this. I don't know what his problem is. Joe, I turn to Kadir and say, we'll be 2 minutes. Stay here, don't, go anywhere.
Very funny.
Diego, care to step outside for a moment?
After you, my lord.
I go outside, Joe, and then I wait for him to close the door.
He follows you out and closes the door behind him. You can hear it click shut. Diego's still tense, but he's keeping his composure.
What the hell was that about? Staring at me like I've just pissed in your damn stew.
My lord, forgive me, but why the hell would you mention that name in front of a prisoner?
What do you mean? I was just asking about...
With respect, Lord Tanavir, you don't just know names like Xerenthol Kaladin unless you have very specific reason to. He's not some merchant lord everyone's heard of. He's a regional warlord on the other side of the world. For you to ask about him specifically in front of that man, it tells him we have a connection to Kaladin, interest in him.
But, I mean, he's just a prisoner. What's he going to do with that information?
Prisoners get ransomed, my lord. Prisoners get exchanged. Prisoners escape. And if word gets back to the wrong people that your crew is asking about Xerenthol Kaladin, that's a thread someone can pull. That's a connection someone can investigate.
I still don't understand why that matters.
Because, my lord, Kaladin is one of our contacts inside Zephyria. He's helping us destabilize their government from within, feeding us information, positioning himself to support your claim when the time comes. And you just made a prisoner aware that we know his name personally, which means the prisoner now knows there's a link between the random unmarked ship they stumbled across, a Zephyrian warlord who we are aiming to.
He exhales.
Kaladin's plans are his own, but we work with him. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Oh shit.
Yes, my lord. That man in there, he cannot leave this ship now. He cannot be ransomed, cannot be released, cannot escape. Because if he talks, he compromises not just our operations, but Kaladin's legitimacy, the rebellion, your seat as emperor, and tens of thousands of lives.
So, what are you saying?
I'm saying, my lord, that after we extract what information we need from him, he'll have to be dealt with, permanently. I apologize for the necessity, but you've inadvertently forced my hand.
No, that's not necessary. I don't want a man that doesn't need to die because of my mouth. I can fix the issue.
Oh, okay. I don't doubt that, my lord. Do you mind me asking how?
A spell. It'll be best not to bring up his name again after 10 minutes has expired, and hopefully he won't either. Basically, I can splice out a 10-minute gap from his memory. We'll also have to wrap this up within 24 hours, which won't be a problem.
You can make him forget? Just remove pieces of memory?
Exactly that.
That's actually brilliant, my lord. I didn't realize magic could do that so precisely.
Most people don't. It's delicate work, but yes.
Diego looks relieved, like a weight just lifted off his shoulders. He nods, takes a breath, and moves toward the door.
Wait, Diego, what exactly are we aiming to get out of him now?
Diego pauses with his hand on the door handle.
At this point, nothing really. We know why they attacked us. We know where they came from. We know where their allegiance lies. The rest would just be details, ship positions, patrol routes. Useful, but not critical.
He was pretty cooperative, right?
Very. Why?
Well, what if we tested them? Tested them all. We did a similar thing in the frozen north. Got a bunch of outcasts aligned with our cause.
Ah, yes. Reginald mentioned something about that. The northern operation.
Yes. Well, those men are now integrated into Solaris and across Auroros, and they'll be multiplying as we speak, rallying more to our cause in the underbelly of the main cities, recruiting from the disenfranchised.
So, you're suggesting we bring them on? The prisoners?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm suggesting.
Diego's quiet for a moment, thinking.
My lord, I appreciate the idea, but we have a problem. We only have rations for about another 30 hours. For the prisoners and ourselves. We're already stretching what we have seen.
Oh, come on. Let's be creative here. There's a ton of things we could do. We could message back to base and have them send a ship to pick these guys up from an island. We could do some fishing as we move, trawler style with a net. We could send Elric into the water, have him go full druid and catch some food. There's infinite ways we could get food.
I know I'm not there, but maybe you'd know that I can literally create enough food to sustain 15 humanoids for 24 hours. Twice. So that's 30 taken care of.
Would I know this, Joe?
I don't see why not. You talk about your capabilities during downtime. So sure.
Right. And Saxi can create food. Magical food, but it works. That's 30 people covered right there. Between that, fishing, rationing what we have, this is entirely doable, Diego.
You're not wrong, my lord. It's challenging, but not impossible.
So let's do it. Interview them all, figure out who they are, what they believe, separate them. Ones we trust go to one island, ones we're uncertain about go to another. Then I contact Amlaroon, let them know where to pick up some fresh recruits.
How would you contact them? We're days from anywhere.
Magic. I can essentially think of it like seeing someone while you talk to them. More than just a message.
Like a vision?
Sort of. I'll contact Zabras or Thalmoon. They'll coordinate the pickup. Can I tell if he's actually happy with the idea, Joe?
Insight check.
That's a 14.
With a 14, you catch the shift in his posture. His shoulders relax slightly. The tension in his jaw eases. His eyes aren't locked on yours anymore. They're moving, looking past you at nothing in particular, but in that way people do when they're working through a problem, testing solutions. He's running scenarios in his head. You see his hand move to his chin, thumb rubbing along his jawline. A thinking gesture. Then he nods, just once, small and decisive. It's not enthusiastic excitement, but it's genuine consideration. He's seeing the value in this, weighing the risks against the potential gains, and the scales are tipping in your favor.
This could work. If we can turn even half of them, that's 30 more bodies for the rebellion. Men who know Zephyrian waters, their tactics, their patrol patterns. Men who have reason to hate the system that forced them into such things.
Exactly.
And if we separate the uncertain ones, worst case scenario, we've just marooned some pirates. Best case, they come around eventually and the pickup ship brings them too.
Right.
All right, let's test your theory. We start with Kadir in there, see how he responds to the pitch. If he's receptive, we know this approach has merit.
Agreed, let's go back in. Oh, Diego, it's probably worth noting if we get him on side, there's no need to mess with his memory. Agreed?
Yes, agreed.
He opens the door and you both step back inside. Kadir's still tied to the chair, but he's more alert now. Eyes tracking your movement as you enter. He looks confused by the break, probably wondering what you were discussing out there.
Kadir, I apologize for the interruption.
Of course, Captain, no problem.
There's resignation in his voice, but also curiosity. He's trying to figure out what's changed, why you left, why you came back, what this conversation is becoming.
We've been asking you about the attack, about your Keshantaros, about the political situation in Zephyria, but I haven't asked about you.
About me, Captain?
Yes. Who are you, Kadir? Not your rank, not your position. You! Why did you join the fleet? What were you hoping to find?
Kadir looks genuinely surprised by the question, like this is the last thing he expected.
Why does this matter, Captain?
Because we need to understand who you are, not just what you've done.
Okay, I'm going to call it there.
God damn it, Joe.
Sorry we didn't get on to your bits, Thalmoon, but this is going in a direction that I really don't want to rush.
Hey, don't you stress about it, Joey. I'm having a jolly good time just watching.
So yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Hey folks, if you've been enjoying the series, the best way to support it is over on Patreon. They take the smallest cut, you'll always be notified when new episodes drop, and you can even listen screen locked. Plus, if you like watching on your TV, every post includes an unlisted YouTube link so you can still cast it straight to the big screen. Links are below, and truly, thank you for helping keep this world alive.